Hi Pisces, this is Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your energy check for January 2022. We're doing 3 rows, past, present, future. And this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, any other important placements with Pisces. And cross watchers are welcome here. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Pisces. Here we go. Okay, Pisces, let's see what you got going. First, we have the 5 of Pentacles. This is someone feeling like they're left out in the cold, somebody feeling like they've been cut off or they have cut someone else off. They've left someone out. And yeah, here's a lot of burden. So here's the 10 of Wands. So somebody has been left out, or somebody feels left out, and they're feeling very burdened by being left out. And we're going to clarify all of this here in a minute. Wow, here's the deal though, Pisces. Here's the Devil card, and it's reversed. So whoever, if it was you that cut someone off, it looks like you're doing some kind of great purge. It looks like you're recognizing toxic things that don't serve you, and you're releasing those from your space. And you're making, I feel like this is a matter of making boundaries because things are getting too stressful. Holding other people's weight is getting to be too much of a burden. Let's take a look. This is something that happened in the past. This is something that's happening in present time. You know, it's so interesting because every time I'm looking at this 10, I'm seeing the 9, but I know this is the 10. And sure enough, here comes the 9. This is making boundaries. This is being the wounded warrior, or feeling like there's been a lot of heaviness. I'm persevering, I'm struggling through, I'm making it, and it's time to make some boundaries. It's time to do some healing. It's time to do this purging. It is time. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a divine timing card here, because that is a real energy that's coming up. Here's the Chariot. The Chariot's reversed. This Chariot is saying, in order for you to move forward, there's some kind of obstacle in your way. But in order for you to move forward, you have to overcome this obstacle. You have to move it. And I feel like the obstacle has to do with other people's energy in your space, and you already know that. You already are needing to change some things. Ooh, I'm hearing change some things even in order to help others in a different way. I feel like there's some evolution going on here that requires you to leave the past behind. Wow, serious. Talk about an epiphany. Here's an epiphany that's happened in the past that you're talking about now in the present. I feel like this has happened before and it's happening again, because I feel like this is about to occur, but this is more of a big change that you are, I'm hearing, considering, but also you're the one who's making the change. So this isn't, it is blow you out of the water change, but it's not necessarily a freaking huge surprise. You know that it's coming. You know that it's coming. You're making the change. And this is also an epiphany. It's an epiphany. You realize something has to change and you change it. And happening in the future, here's the Sun card. Wow. When you make this change and you make this decision and you have this epiphany, crazy healing is happening. A huge openness. Oh, I'm even hearing a huge awareness is happening. Here we have, wow, here we have the 2 of Wands. Here is partnership. This can be partnership with a love. This can be partnership with someone that you're working with in business. That can be family partnership. It's reversed. It's having to choose one thing over another. It's having to choose one relationship over another. This is happening in the future. And this happens because of this epiphany. And here we have the 5 of Swords. So somebody's not going to be very happy about this. I don't think it's going to be an easy decision, but it's something that you need to do. It's something you need to do, and somebody's going to feel really caught up about it. Let's take a look. Let's do some clarifying. What is going on? All right, Pisces, let's take a look at this Five of Pentacles. Being left out in the cold. This is also kind of like being the black sheep. Yep, being left out in the cold. Somebody's not giving their cup of love. I also, you know what, Pisces, this doesn't just feel like cutting somebody off. This feels like you taking yourself out of a situation. You not giving your cup of love to a situation any longer. Oh, wow. You starting over, starting fresh, starting new, somewhere else in a different situation. Wow, so interesting. And this is like really trying to control the situation. And it's kind of like, it's almost like trying to control other people's emotions or take care of other people's emotions. I feel like that's even part of this. I feel like that's part of this burden, this heavy burden that you're holding on to. You really cannot control other people's emotions. And if you need to make a change for yourself, other people are not going to be happy about. You can't, you have to do what's best for you. You really cannot control other people's emotions. I think that's part of what the epiphany is. It's like, wow, okay, here I am. And I just have to make a decision, and it has to be the right one for me. And it really can't have anything to do with other people and their opinions and what they think is best and what they think. I feel like there's a lot of drama around this. There's the Knight whooshing in, wanting to, this is drama for sure, wanting to stir things up. Somebody's also trying to control and manipulate the situation too. Somebody's recognizing that you're not following the rules anymore and they don't like it. And you're like, I have to get this toxic energy. Can you see that? I have to get this toxic energy out of my life. And it is toxic, Pisces. It's stuff that doesn't serve you. It's stuff that drains you. People, places, whatever it is. You have to release whatever it is that is toxic in your life and rebuild. Here's the Five of Pentacles again. But this is about rebuilding. This is about pulling in all the resources that were lost somehow, drained somehow, pulling them back in, letting things from the past go. And this looks like it's not super easy. It's like, this is the way I've done things all along. This is the way I've believed. These were my stories. This is the way I've believed that things need to be. This is other people saying the same thing too. Right? And it's no longer justice for you. There's karmic imbalance by continuing to do things the same way you've always done them. It's creating karma. It's creating another lesson for yourself to have to release or to have to move through. And you already know what this lesson is, and you have to move forward and move on. It's like stepping into your evolution. Let's take a look at present time. The heart of the situation is talking about this huge obstacle that needs to be overcome. What is this huge obstacle? It feels ultimately like it's making the boundaries, it's making the change. The huge obstacle has to do with releasing everybody else's business. It's releasing everybody else's responsibilities and things that you've taken on as your own. I even feel like this is energy that you've put a lot of time into. And even though you've put a lot of time into something and awareness into something, something else is calling. Something else is calling. And you have to put this down in order to pick up this new thing. There's a new collaboration that's coming. Let's take a look at these boundaries. Yeah, you're like, I have to accept a gift that the universe is giving me. Wow, yeah, totally. This is a passionate new beginning. This is a passionate new beginning. What is this passionate new beginning about? Look at that. Something that you've been manifesting for a while, something that you've been growing for a while, something that you've been collecting the tools to do. And now it's time. It's time to ruffle some feathers. Let's take a look at this tower reversed. This epiphany. Yep, here's the Nine of Wands. It's like, okay, I have to make some boundaries and then I have to just trust the universe. I have to trust the universe. What are these boundaries about? All these different opportunities. This is like, I have to trust the universe because all these opportunities are being given to me. They're being placed in my path. And now what needs to happen is I have to choose. I have to release maybe even a bunch of people, but I have to choose. And again, here's the Chariot that pops up. Let's look at that. This is about releasing all the people. When I say that, that's when the Chariot pops up again, reversed. There's some kind of challenge here. Tell me about the challenge. The challenge has to do with connections, past connections, even connections that feel like soulmate type connections. And if somebody feels like, what I'm hearing is they don't have enough strong independence, they are not trusting themselves, and there's some unfinished business. Tell me about the unfinished business. And here's this King of Wands. This is some kind of action-oriented doing. It has to do with creating something, definitely. It has to do with the culmination of creating something. And here's the Sun card again. As soon as you get totally involved in the thing that you are creating, that's when you manifest, that's when you heal. And this is a self-care card. So when we're talking about going forward into the future, the self-care card is coming in reversed. There's something that is going to happen, and it's like it comes in and it's a big healing energy and you don't even have to do anything for it to come in. Basically, you've done all the work when you release the patterns and themes that don't serve you. And you purge your life of the things that are taking your energy and not giving back to you. When you make those decisions and you act on this epiphany, that's when this healing happens. This big opening happens. When you're ready to move forward and move on from the past. These are, again, situations that are not reciprocative. Doing something on your own. Yep, here's the Queen of Wands. Doing something on your own, wielding your energy in order to manifest what you want in your environment. What is this Two of Wands? This is not partnering with someone also. Not partnering. Yeah, own your own business. Do your own thing. Yeah. It's time to clear your energy of other people's energy. Release those patterns and themes that don't serve you. Anything that's telling you you can't do this yourself, that's a pattern and theme that's not serving you. This is your highest and your greatest potential. Moving into this healing space. This is wishes being granted. And here you are. The Empress drawing all of that expansive energy to you. Drawing all of that. Oh, this can be so much. It can be work related. It can be this business that you've always wanted. It can be love, but it is just attracting everything that you've wanted. As soon as you realize there's no lack, as soon as you realize competition is an illusion. If you've been doing things that are competitive or that like women supporting women, if you've been doing things that are the opposite of that, backbiting or not being supportive of women or being underhanded. That's the type of energy that is the epiphany that you're needing to release. It's all of that lack mentality, scarcity that is getting in the way of any kind of success. This is about knowing that the universe has way more than you could ever need, way more than you could ever even use in this lifetime. There's so much abundance. And as soon as you step into that stream of consciousness, all of this healing is going to happen. But until you do, that's a challenge that's going to hold you back ultimately. And what's going to happen is you're going to see that in your environment. It's going to be mirrored back to you and make it really difficult so that you can see the challenge to release. And here's the 5 of Swords, somebody being caught up about you releasing this. Yeah, you're seeing the big picture, but this is also somebody thinking that I feel like somebody's trying to hold you back here, hold you back from. I will say this, like, if you're experiencing that lack or that scarcity energy, the people around you are going to try to keep you in that place because you are what you surround yourself with. So if that is the kind of energy that's surrounding you right now, they're going to try to keep you in that place too. So either way, those are the people that you might have to be releasing in this purge, in this karmic injustice, in this purge, in order to get to your Empress. But somebody's feeling bad about this, upset about this, and they're being manipulative and trying to pull you back in like the crab bucket, you know, you just start climbing out and some other little crabby pulls you back down. That's what it seems like. And this is future. So this is like, be watching out for that. This is, wow, look at all these swords. This can be in your mind too. Like you can be thinking about this. This is about who should I be cutting out that doesn't serve me, or what frequency, or what situation, or what club, or what, you know, music, even what books, like what should I be cutting out that's ultimately not serving me, that's keeping me in the bucket, you know? Yeah, more swords. But this is something, this is about the epiphany, the thought process, the internal process. What do I need to be moving away from so that I can be moving into that healing space of calmer waters? Yeah, here's some healthy self-reflection for you, Pisces. Go into meditation, go in for a long weekend, go into yourself, figure some things out. What needs to happen next? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get some advice. I don't have all my cards with me today, so we're still using tarot for advice, but I'm asking your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. What advice can you give Pisces? Yep, part of that hermit, checking in with that higher self, connecting in with that higher self. For me, this Hierophant is a Reiki card as well. It's looking at these burdens. It's looking at these burdens, looking at this energy that doesn't serve you. It's just a choice. Just lay it down with great gratitude, laying down the sword of karma. Choose to not engage any longer. Yeah, because there are things that are coming. There are things that are coming. What's next? There are things that are coming to fulfill your highest and your greatest emotional fulfillment. And here, this is you being victorious, people recognizing your frequency because of this. This is moving into a different state, moving into a different frequency, releasing past wishes because they've evolved. And this is pursuing the new wishes, being focused and pursuing the new passion. And again, here we go back to the hermit, back to recuperation, back to non-engagement. Take a rest. Figure out what it is that you need to do and lay down the sword of karma and no longer engage. There's something that needs to be left behind in order for you to prosper and heal and move forward into the future. I love this energy check for you, Pisces. Thank you for being here, and I will be back soon. Bye, Pisces.